Hello guys, in this video we are going to be looking at how to become a better Laravel developer. A lot of people find Laravel hard, especially self-taught developers. So I'll just point out some things that will help you move up the skill in your Laravel development and generally in your software development career. There are some things you just need to know to help you improve faster and work on serious projects. But now we'll be focusing on Laravel, and one of the first thing we need to know, obviously, Laravel is a PHP web framework, so it's more like a foundation to our program, so we build on top of it. So it helps us handle it comes with presets, or it's more or less a preset that helps us handle a lot of things behind the scenes. So we'll just look at it and see how we can get better with Laravel, because understanding Laravel will speed up your project considerably. It will speed up your project's development time considerably. So first of all, since it's a PHP framework, you must be familiar with PHP, and most importantly, object-oriented PHP. Very, very important, because if you don't really understand object-oriented programming very well, you're going to have issues working with a framework that is designed based on object-oriented programming. Secondly, something you need to understand is the MVC design pattern. So Laravel implements the MVC design pattern, and what does it do? It divides our application into three components: the model, the view, and the controller. So understanding how MVC works is a very good introduction for you. So let's try to understand what MVC is and how it differs from other user interface design patterns. Another thing you need to understand is the solid principles of object-oriented programming. So these solid principles makes it very it makes maintenance, development, and extensibility very, very possible and easy with your application. So understanding the solid principles is a very, very good step to take in your Laravel journey, and generally as a software developer. So you need to understand the single responsibility principle, open close principle, least cost substitution, interface segregation, and dependency inversion. So it's going to help you a lot to get this down. And another thing is software design patterns. Software design patterns are just reusable solutions to common problems we'll find when designing software. So you're going to need to understand these things, because Laravel implements a lot of these software design patterns, and software design patterns are generally classified into 4, I believe. For now, it will still we have the creational pattern that helps us, that deals with the creation of object and so on, the structural patterns, the behavioral patterns, and the concurrency patterns. I think we'll find less of this in Laravel, but understanding that these things exist, and you need to understand how to work with them, at least the common ones. So just check out the recommendations and so on. You will get a good head start, and these are the common ones you will find in Laravel. You find the factory pattern, the dependency injection, the facade, the command observer. So you just need to know this. Understanding a good grasp of this will help you work efficiently with Laravel, and generally as a software developer. And one last thing that a lot of developers, especially self-taught developers, find difficult in Laravel is the service-oriented architecture. You have to deal with the service container, the service provider, binding and resolving, and so on. So it can be really difficult. So if you don't really understand the software-oriented architecture, it's going to be an issue for you. So this is also a design architectural pattern, a software design architectural pattern that Laravel makes use of. So understanding this will help you out a lot, especially when you are working with serious projects. You see, you can get by with little project without working with your own custom-made service provider. But when you start working on serious project, you have to move a lot of your logic into the service provider, and so on. So that's just it. So with this, you should be able to move on, having a good understanding of the solid principles, the design patterns, and the service-oriented architecture. Especially remember, all these things would help you become a better software developer, not just in Laravel, but generally. Thank you, guys.